Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the TF live cast of the Season 23 Intermediate Grand Final. This is the Grand Final of the Intermediate season. We brought you the Prem game a little week or so ago. We're here with the top two Intermediate teams, in which should promise to be a much closer game. These two teams, League of Super Evil, are red on your screen right now, and the blue team is twitch.tv/sskaz. We'll probably call them sskaz for tonight because it's easier than having a Twitch URL. With me tonight as my co-caster is Sean, and on production is Wiethoofd. How are you doing tonight, Sean?
Yeah, I'm going pretty good. Taking a bit of offence where you claimed that the Prem Grand Final wasn't close, but, you know.
I didn't actually watch it, so I do have to admit some ignorance there. I was actually away last week.
Yeah, no, fair. But yeah, like I'm excited to see this. I'm excited to see, I guess, because I haven't seen a lot of Intermediate this season. Obviously, it doesn't get casted that much, but kind of see what the level of like top IM is like. I'm pretty interested to see that.
Yeah, speaking of the level, let's go through some of these teams. Do you want to take us through our blue team here, Sean?
Okay, so blue team, aka sskaz. So we've got sskaz on medic, a more experienced player on this team. I'm pretty sure he came third in Prem, maybe in, I'm going to say like season 17 or 18.
Yeah, with Intoxicated, I believe. Or
yeah.
Damaging? Intoxicated.
No, it was Intoxicated, yeah. And then we've got Sao on demo, a really good DM demo. I haven't seen much of him in play, but I definitely know of him, and you know I've heard that his DM is really good. And we've got Tricker on pocket, a player who's been around for ages. I remember when I started, Tricker was playing demo, I think, in like Div 4 in like Owl 10, 11, 12, around those kind of things. And we've got like I think a relatively new player in Alt on Roma, and then their scouts are Sick Day and Xylife. I don't know much about Xylife, but I know Sick Day's been around for ages. I think he might have played in Prem last season. And yeah, he's been kicking around for ages as well.
Yeah, he's known for his Highlander sniping. I remember back in like season 14 or something, he was sniping in Highlander. Season 14 UGC, I think that was. But yeah, and then on the other side, we have League of Super Evil red on your screens. Nexus is their demo man. Might be Yauch. I'm not sure if he's going to change his name, but Nexus is their demo man.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, and then Dev Zero is their Roma, ozfortress admin and developer Dev Zero. MG is one of their scouts. He's also their main caller for this team. Omni playing pocket. Atten following up on the other scout on the flank scout role, and Rem is playing medic. Lots of people who've been around for a while, not necessarily played together a lot, but I know Omni and Nexus and Rem played together a fair bit, so there has definitely been that cohesion, which has only built through this season, as they have pretty much beat every team that they have fought already. A few teams have taken rounds off them, including Skaz's team has taken a few rounds off them, but they've been the dominant force in Intermediate this last season. I know the team that I was playing for did get rolled by them indeed. Do you have anyone that's a standout player on either of these teams for you, Sean?
So I think it's a bit of a tale of like two teams from what I've seen. I don't know if there's any massive standout players on sskaz. Obviously, I think, yeah, Sick Day Sniper, as you were saying, could go big. And same with the Sour demo, like demos with really good DM, there are moments where they can just power games. But obviously, like, and this is probably biased, but on the side of League of Super Evil, like MG, both from his DM ability and ability to just take kills and pound everyone, I think his main calling is a really strong feature.
Yeah, for me, MG is, of course, that standout, and Nexus as well, as you said. Both really, really standout players. Skaz, I think, is calling for his team. I don't know. I haven't actually watched his stream at all, despite
so
his advertisement.
The twitch.tv/sskaz. It is mostly sskaz, but they are trying to push for Tricker to main call a bit more from the pocket role. So I still think there's a bit to play out there, because it does seem like the calling of MG on pocket scout is a lot stronger than what I've seen from Skaz's team.
Yeah, definitely. We might just go through some of these maps because this is a best of three, this as being a grand final. We might just talk about it because I think they're itching to start right now. The first map that we have up for you tonight is Product, followed by Gullywash, and then the final decider, should we need it, is going to be Process. So League of Super Evil did pick Product. Does that make sense as a map pick for you, Sean, or is that a bit of a wild card?
Oh, I think it definitely makes sense for me. I think MG probably is backing himself on Scout, and his like Product. Once you've got the calling down, if your team can listen to you, the calls is so simple. So I guess he's backing his main calling, and I think you'd back Nexus on this as well. I think just the DM potential overall on the side of League of Super Evil, you'd back yourself on Product if your players can listen to calls. So it makes sense. It's a sensible pick.
Yeah, especially with, as you said, the DM on Nexus. Nexus, known for his demo man DM. He's very, very talented with the pipe launcher. MG, again, also very talented. But the other scout too, Atten, I think he's been doing really, really well this season. His DM has improved quite a lot, and I think he's also someone to look out for. Again, I watched a little bit of MG's team scrimming the other night, and they all follow his calls so well. So I think, as you said, this calling on MG's team will come into play. The other two maps that we're just going to see really quickly, just before we do see our ready up, Gullywash, which was picked by the other team. Do you have any insight on how these two teams play on Gullywash, or are you not quite sure?
I think it might be. Oh yeah, so it is Gullywash. Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot. I guess obviously, I don't know. Maybe they're going for the 2 choke thing. Might open up some opportunities for sick data snipe, or I'm not too sure, to be honest. I guess it's like a harder map for scouts typically, so maybe try and take those out of the equation. But I'd be interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, do you have any scoreline predictions for the main 2 maps? Let's start with Product.
I'm actually gonna predict is it 3-1 to League of Super Evil.
Yeah, I reckon they'll take this on 3-0. I reckon they can really back up their stuff. They've been trying to scrim really, really hard in the last sort of week or 2 leading up to this game. I reckon that will pay off. Their cohesion has been just like so much better, and I reckon that they're really going to get into this one. So I reckon this one will be a 3-0. How about Gullywash? Any predictions for Gully?
I think we might see how this one goes, because I think how well sskaz do on this map might translate to sort of their momentum going in to the next map, and probably affect my predictions on that one. So I don't want to tie myself to anything too soon.
Yeah, sure. All right, and we do see our first ready up, and we're heading into the first mid of Product, which is our first map of the Season 23 IM Grand Finals. Take us into this first mid, Sean.
All right, so I'm just watching Nexus here, going in through main, looking for some fat damage, jumps to mid and gets a nice sticky onto Xylife. As we do see Omni trying to jump on left rock. No team's really going forward yet. Okay, actually Omni's onto the combo now. Everyone's looking at him. So he's the first one to go down. Dev goes down to some stickies from Sal. So you see Atten get 2 cleanup frags, but then some big pipes from Sal onto Atten and MG. I think there's 1 pipe there actually.
Yeah, that was really, really well played. The double soldier bomb was just a little bit out of sync as they were forced onto either side of the map. Dev did get the medic down to very, very low, to single-digit health there. Unfortunately, didn't die. Skaz did survive that mid. So did Rem, though. So this is even Uber's stalemate yet again. Classic Team Fortress 2 gameplay that we're watching here. They do seem to be committing onto Cliff. They want to take this trade. That's probably some of MG's calling coming into effect as they're all trying to flood across this point. Skaz does get forced very early by some nice pipe damage from Nexus. Rem is not even taking any damage. He does use eventually to try to save some of his players. That's 3-4 nice down in some nice follow-up frags in this post-Uber play. Sayo just trying to get some stickies down onto the point while he can. And that's Alt dying on the side as well. And that is basically a wipe.
There's a bit of a brain cap there as well, delaying the cap to make sure that they had all their spawns up. And they're going for the forward hold here, actually. But yeah, that was a clinical force. As soon as the force was up, League of Super Evil were all out. As we do see sskaz now trying to break out cliffside, and they have broken this forward hold.
Does eat a pipe in the process though, Skaz himself, so they're slowed down a little bit and having to sort of splash around. But this forward hold has fallen back, but they've fallen as a whole team, so this is really, really coordinated here. Really good follow-up on some damage on the flank there, as that's ult dying yet again. And just this spam coming in. Omni jumping down really, really good and getting that follow-up damage onto Tricker. They're forced all the way out from Cliff, but these soldiers are not having any of it. Sayo gets cleaned up before he can do anything, and they're forced to run away with their tails between their legs, Sean.
Yeah, and it's they're just going to have to wait for this Uber, I think, and try and take a trade to break the forward hold. Yeah, it was really clinical. So during that, Skaz tried to push the flank on the left side, and MG, as the pocket scout, actually rotated to help his flank deal with them. As we do see Skaz trying to break out with the Pyro now, they do get Dev with that. The Ubers are forced down. It's a slightly better Uber on the side of Skaz, with their players kind of regrouping on high ground on grass. There are two players stuck behind on very low health. Atten goes down, and Omni as well. Stick. Yeah. Looks like they're actually be able to retake the point now.
Really well played. They were all distracted fighting that scout in main, and then the soldiers and the rest of the team just flooded out right side and killed the pocket when everyone was distracted and couldn't help him. So that was really, really well played from Skaz, the team Skaz there. And now this is going to get confusing. But yeah, we do see this fight sort of starting to come in here. Some soldiers trying to take ground. A little bit Omni hitting some nice rockets, forcing them back, really far back actually. This trap still hasn't been called though. It does get dead. Nothing. Nexus might get caught out. He's really, really far forward.
Way too far forward there, and MG's actually having to back up. I think League of Super Evil probably just a little bit miscoordinated. Omni actually is jumping the combo, and he's taking a lot of damage. Somehow leaves with his life.
He does get the force out. Yeah. Rem doesn't quite have it yet. He's forced to run away. Does eventually get it. This scout and soldier jumping in to get the force, and they do eventually. Looks like they're in no position to chase any frags here just yet though, as Sickday for some reason bots into the team and just gets himself fragged.
Oh, huge nice one by ult actually. Yeah, that was really nicely timed. Just when all the players were trying to rush forward, trying to get frags, like overextending with the Uber. Like really good timing to get Rem on the point there. So you see, I think MG's trying to suck onto the medic here. Gets taken down by Skaz, the player.
That's one for the drinking game. And we do see Omni does sack in and does get the medic, so that was some nice damage followed up on, and he's in the right spot there. They do get the cap, but this is like over a minute advantage for MG's team here for League of Super Evil, and this is playing really nicely. Ult gets deleted on the flank there. Big question mark in the chat from Dev. That's some admin abuse right there.
Because we do see League of Super Evil trying to take the point with no Ubers up. Really good call, because they are going to get this actually, and they're going to have Uber ad with the point. I think even with that player disadvantage, Skaz probably giving that up the team a little bit too easily.
Yeah, they just lost two people really, really early in what was just like some really coordinated aggression from League of Super Evil. MG is actually really too far forward. That was a nice pipe from Sayo. Yeah. Xylife is really low, waiting for that arrow before he can push across the point, but now their whole team is on the point, but Omni manages to get behind. Nice surf for him to stay, for the Skaz to stay alive there, and this Uber does get used in.
Yeah.
That's a really good use here, because there's no one really able to follow up on this damage, and they're just forcing them all backwards. 2-3 frags in the point there. Sayo trying to do what he can, does get arrowed again. There's another medic kill for you. Skaz doing what he can, trying to run forward, heal his soldier, but he is too little, too late. He is only one man, and that's your first round in your IM Grand Final, Sean.
Yeah, I think with that one, Skaz was just like giving up the point too easily and not contesting it on even situations, as we do have, I don't know, yeah, Sick Day is sniped to mid actually, and we've got ult on scout for this one, so going for the classic product sniper strategy. He's sitting on China. Dev has spotted him and is already on him, as any good roamer will do. Yeah, he
does get that frag, and he does actually Sick Day and their demo man going down. But Rem is in really big trouble as that scout is on him. Nexus losing his life, but the team is falling behind, and to save their medic, really well played, and they're just regrouping on point. They do not delay for their spawns there, and they're waiting 5 more seconds for their demo man, which considering they did that last time, it's interesting that they forgot to do it that time.
Yeah, I think that time was probably a little bit under pressure, given that their medic only just got out with his life, so a point cap is a point cap.
Yeah, this sniper is up again,
from Cliff now. Tricker's jumped really forward, and both Ubers are traded out here. Players getting flashed all over the place. As we do have, is that Dev just sitting on China, and the Uber's having to jump back to force to deal with that. Both scouts are forwarding Nexus here. He actually gets taken very low, and it looks like League of Super Evil are going to have to give up the point.
Nexus should have died there. There was two very nice arrows from the best weapon in the game.
It's unfortunate for those scouts, but so you see Sal's actually really far forward on Cliff. Does manage to back up to Skaz, but we should have a bomb onto the medic here. Does not get forced, but does get Trigger.
And Sick Day hits the shot onto the medic and does frag. He does lose his life for it, but he does manage to frag Rem there. And now it's only 2 up, but they do have what is probably going to be about 75% Uber ad.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how League of Super Evil plays.
Oh my goodness!
Off the cliff. Oh, a huge pipe from Nexus! What the hell? That was a massive pipe. Oh my god. That was absolutely huge by Nexus. Okay, sorry, I just had to pause to really appreciate that. That was massive.
Yeah, this sniper is still up on China at the moment, as they now have full ad, and they're taking their first controlling positioning here without letting the other team, letting red team sort of really do anything here. This sniper is really keeping them pinned down. They do have Dev jumping him right away. He does lose his life, but the sniper is forced right back, and that is the opening that they need. They're starting to run down, but the demo man is farming their whole
Omni
team.
Just got smoked by Trigger as well.
Yeah, lots and lots of frags, and that's a failed push.
So a really interesting thing with that one was that Dev, well, whether he should have or not, chose to jump the sniper instead of the medic on Uber disadvantage. I don't know whether the plan was to have one of them bomb the medic and one of them bomb the sniper, but yeah, it's going to be really hard to get a force out if you're jumping. Yeah. Because we do just see these players poking and prodding.
Rem.
No, Ult got behind and has killed Rem. Yeah, it's actually really poor by League of Super Evil. I think they left their flank open with that one.
Yeah, everyone's jumping forward to see if they can get anything. They do eventually get that force out of Skaz, so that should hopefully even up our Uber situation. But that is a lot of time off the point. Atten actually does frag the medic in the end, and MG coming in to help his teammate, and they're both very, very low on this cliff. Soldiers jumping towards them. MG gets scattered down across the map.
And Atten gets another frag on like 6 HP.
Atten playing really, really well, and some of this spam is catching Sayo out as he's being forced backwards, and some really low scouts.
Ult just got owned by another huge Nexus pipe. Yauch pipe, sorry.
The Yauch gamer.
These pipes are nutty, but Sick Day is sniping from lower cliff. We do see all of Skaz just there. Some really nice spam from Omni, I think it was just then.
Yeah, jumping forward to keep that sniper out. The sniper is hitting damage. The demo man just ate a big headshot there. Standing on China, no one's really contesting him at the moment. They're choosing to hold behind the point, see what they can do. Omni jumping forward, trying to take the ground, trying to take the space. They are all flooding behind him though, and some nice arrows to keep him alive right at the end there. And he's still alive, does eventually fall to this sniper, but this point is in no danger of coming out, and they know that they have Uber, and they're pushing behind actually. This Uber is popped right on them. MG is walking through. They know they need to get the medic. The medic does die right at the end, and that is a nice saw from Rem to extend the Uber actually, and they are managing to leave.
He gets taken down by a headshot from Sick Day.
Oh dear, that was a nice shot by Sick Day. I didn't actually see that, but I assume that was a nice shot. Lots of low health players actually, as they're being forced backwards now, as what was a really, really good Uber has now turned completely around by that one shot from Sick Day.
Yeah, they do need to do a better job of dealing with this sniper. He's just living for way too long. I know he's playing behind, but yeah, like these soldiers on the side of League of Super Evil need to do a better job of dealing with that. It's like obviously, yeah, the biggest trick that the team sskaz have up their sleeves right now, and League of Super Evil not able to deal with it.
Yeah, he's just standing on cliff and getting that angle. I would like to see some sacks in, but he does get that body shot frag on the scout. Scout loses his life there, and that will slow them down again, as these times are super even, but they're really not getting anyone in. Ult loses his life on the flank there. Omni trying to jump forward, but he gets stuffed completely and can't really do anything. Trying to jump forward again. He just eats body shot after body shot. They do get Xylife on the flank, though. These soldiers finally jumping forward. The Uber gets forced here. Rem is taken very... Oh, no, sorry. Nexus, rather, is taken very low behind the point. point. Rem is living here, though. This is what they need to do. This collapse is coming in really, really nicely. Nice pipe onto Atten, though, but they have all the time on the point to play with, and they're forcing them out. Sayo is really, really low, and they can't fight, and this is the cap coming in. 38 more seconds on the clock. They need to hold this while the spawns are coming in. They do have full Uber advantage here, so this is looking good for League of Super Evil, Sean.
Yeah, I think a massive misplay from Skaz there. He could have actually lived, I think. He just ran onto the point and tried to get a saw, but no one was really looking at him. He could have actually run out and lived, but I guess like they're trying to refight dry here with an Uber up on the side of League of Super Evil, and it is popped
Nexus
out. Rem with a surf onto the point. Huge pipes from Nexus. Nexus is on fire, dude. This is actually insane.
The true king gamer. Lots and lots of damage on these scouts. They're trying to flood towards the point, but it's only the medic on 65 health, and he's taken out by a saw, and that is 2 rounds. That is the closest round we've seen so far. I mean, I know we've only seen 2, but it was very, very close, going to overtime there on both sides. But now we're heading towards our 3rd mid, Sean.
Yeah, I want to see if we've got the... We have not got the Sick Day Sniper up again, so they are just opting for the conventional 6v6 lineup. As you do see MG and Nexus taking the point really early. Frag's trading out on grass right now with Dev and Alt. Omni with some nice spam from Rock, and it looks like Skaz are probably going to be forced out here from those really early frags and damage.
Yeah, they flank play actually worked really well for them, because Rem and MG both walked straight across the point and got so much damage on their demo, and they're still forced all the way back on this cliff. Really nice fighting on low health with these players as they just commit to these fights, knowing that they've got their team to back them up, which is really nice to see.
As we do see Skaz trying to walk towards the point in an even Uber situation, just trying to manufacture something. League of Super Evil giving them the point, obviously looking for the trade on the point. And the Ubers are forced out here, probably a pretty even Uber situation. Looks like Skaz is probably in a slightly better position. MG is the only player forward for his team, but Omni actually jumps in, gets a nice frag onto Xylife, but does lose his life for it. Meanwhile, Skaz have taken the point.
Yeah, Rem is hitting some arrows to try to keep his team in this fight here, but the damage is just way too consistent from the other team, and the soldier is in behind him. Alt does get the frag on the medic, and they are choosing to leave at this point. Nexus trying to go for something, does get Alt there. Atten going for something as well. Finally, the bomb does come in.
Oh, nice
jumping in,
bomb from Omni.
does finally get the 5-man feed, eventually does get him.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to happen eventually if you keep one by one sacking everyone. But yeah, so we're going to end up with an essentially off-Uber situation where Skaz have the point. It looks like they're going to try and play back because they are all still quite weak. The heals are up on the side of League of Super Evil. Yeah, as we do see, yeah, like MG and Atten are on the point right now trying to cap it. Not a lot happening on the other side. Dev's already on grass. This could potentially be really bad for Skaz if they're not careful.
Atten actually does get mulched.
Yeah.
They do manage to take the point. MG is playing really, really well, backing up all this damage that Nexus is doing. This is another drive push actually coming out, trying to get some soldiers forward, doing anything, but the team is just playing so coherently around their medic right now. There's nothing really that can happen. Nice pipes coming out from Nexus. That's Tricker and Xylife going down. One on the flank. Sayo taken down really, really low. The sticky snipe. Immense gameplay from Nexus there, playing out of his mind on this map. I'm predicting 400 plus DPM easily from Nexus right now.
He could have 200 DPM and he'd still be one of the best players in this game from some of the nutty pipes and sukis that he's hitting right now. This is insane to watch.
They're trying to sort of poke a little bit here, but they're struggling to get off grass, to be honest. MG is really, really far forward on the point, trying to sort of call for his team which players they need to focus. That Xylife is taken down so low. The Uber is used onto them really, really early. MG and Rem taking this trade, and he's just finding the players that he needs to find, taking down really low. Actually, the medic does get fragged by Atten.
Yeah, just ran into the
waiting
box
behind.
there, I think. Yeah.
Scout's trying to walk forward onto Rem, but he gets absolutely mulched. Nice rockets actually from Tricker, getting both MG and Nexus down, and that fight has turned around really, really quickly. MG trying to fight Atten.
Still in here. Yeah, Atten's still in fighting Xylife.
Yeah, Atten. Nice play. Sorry, he's wearing the MG hat, so I called him MG.
Yeah, they've gone for the same hat strat. Not sure if intentional or not. Sick Day's actually running onto the point. He's going to finish this cap here with Alt. So there is like a 30% Uber ad on the side of League of Super Evil, so it'll be interesting to see if they decide to wait for Uber or just push dry. As MG is trying to poke a bit, Omni tries to go fast onto the combo, kind of misses his jump a little bit. As we do have a Roma trade
on the flank, but that's Omni going down, but the Trigger trade comes in right away. These scouts are just trying to deal some damage across the point. Xylife is yet again away from his team, but he's forced to back up out of health. MG actually dies to some nice stickies.
Sticky.
Yeah, they
Xylife
do
really
choose
far
to back
forward,
here.
trying to force
Xylife,
it out.
yeah, should die there. Nexus cleaning him up with that sticky. They do lose just that one player walking too far forward there. But this is still a little bit of ad. I don't think they're going to move on it as ad, though. They're just going to see if they can play off some picks that they have been having absolutely no trouble getting at this stage of the game. Soldiers jumping forward now. Oh, Omni does get taken out by a nice pipe there, but that's ult going down, and the Uber is forced really, really early by some nice damage from Nexus there. Trigger is quite low in this post-Uber. He's going to die to one pipe from Nexus, but they're forced backwards by the presence of Sayo. MG and Atten both really, really far forward, and that's Demo down and Soldier down. And they're just walking forward, not having any more. Nexus is in, dealing loads of damage. He's relying on his DM there. He's very, very low, but doesn't die. He kills the medic, actually. Ult coming in, trying to do something, does get fragged by the medic, and that is a clean 3-0, just as I predicted it, Sean. Not sure where Sean has gone. They're not having any of that, though. They've changed map right away. So we might see if we can get some logs up here in a second. Is Sean still gone? Yeah, I think Sean's computer might have crashed. I guess I'll take you through these logs solo in that case. Obviously, the standout player, Nexus, 473 DPM. He's been playing really, really well. Hit some super nutty pipes, some super comfortable stickies there. He's doing so well. Just farming this damage on all of the players. Sayo not far behind him, though, with more frags. But slightly less damage, also over 400 DPM. He's doing really, really well for his team, but just the coordination, you can even see it on these logs, the coordination from the flank and the combo, just like knowing when to pincer, knowing when to move forward. It's just working so much better on the side of League of Super Evil. These soldiers on the other side on Alt and Trigger, they're just not getting much done. They're getting shut down completely by the scouts in MG and Atten. Atten getting quite a lot of frags, actually, almost hitting... hitting more than MG there. So they're all just getting shut down by these scouts. And that seems to be the story all the way around. And that scout presence and that death ball around the medic, you can see that reflected in your medic stats as well, with Rem only dying 5 times and Skaz dying 9 times, which is quite a big differential in a product game. Rem also interestingly getting 4 frags, which I don't know what that says about anything, but medics getting 4 frags is always good. Looking at some medic logs as well, we do see 1 drop on Rem. Not quite sure when that was. Maybe a sniper. No idea. But pretty much even stats as well. Snatched the Sayo taking a lot of heals on Demo Man, which I mean you expect on this map. But that 30% soldier heals on Trigger is also quite a lot. Love to see some more heals onto scouts there. You can really see, I know that Sick Day was sniping for a lot of that, and that's probably why he didn't get as many heals. But MG up there with 20% compared is just like doing more with his heals. Do we have Sean back right now?
Hello. Yeah, I apologize for that. My computer decided to lose my mic in the devices.
Oh no. Have you had a quick look through any of these logs?
Yeah, I've had a quick breeze over it. Obviously, as we were saying, like, Nexus is nuts, but I mean, so is Sao. But I guess the difference being that the team was able to follow up on what Nexus was doing. I would say the scouts on the side of League of Super Evil, like both Atten and MG were playing insane, like just controlling the air. Like Trigger and Alt had like a really rough time, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. I think that's what I decided from the logs as well. It tells a pretty clear story, I think. So just like the scouts just playing air denial so much better on the side of League of Super Evil. We do head towards our. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the logs before we move on?
Not a massive amount. Pretty much, I heard what you were saying at the end, and yeah, like I agree. Rem, whether it's his team or not, he was a massive factor, like living nearly twice as much as Skaz, which I think makes a massive difference always.
Yeah, and I think if you look at one more stat I'd like to kind of talk about is the damage taken stat, and their pocket was taking the most damage, which was like normally would be fine, but on product where you want to be tanking your demo and tanking your scouts, having that soldier just eating damage after damage after damage, he like ate as much damage as Sayo was dealing. So it's like really shutting down their team when those heals are going all into the soldier and can't go anywhere else, which is I think another factor as to why they lost, just pumping heals into a player that can't really get through the scout mulch squad that is League of Super Evil. That being said, we might head into our second map here. Gullywash is our next map. Now, I know I asked you just before, but do you have any predictions about this map, Sean?
I'm going to say something like a 5-2. I think that like Sao is playing really well, and I think Demo has like a good like a massive impact on how Gully plays, and I just think how well he is playing, even though Nexus is playing nuttier, apparently. I think that'll go a long way to just kind of evening up and making it more of a stalemate game.
Yeah, I do think that the Demo Man will definitely come into play, but the coordination from League of Super Evil is just pages and pages more like in the book of team coordination than in Skaz's team. It feels like they're all calling damage much easier and walking towards the same person, and they're just moving as a unit much better than Skaz's team, who seem to be caught off alone quite a lot. Like the flank, particularly Alt and Xylife, were just caught out a lot by themselves. Like Xylife was often standing beside the point by himself as a scout, and like the death beam that is MG just looks at him and he gets mulched. So I think this coordination leads me to say I think it'll be 5, maybe 1. 5-1, I reckon.
Yeah. One other thing worth noting, though, is that this was Skaz's pick, I believe. So
yes,
maybe they're a lot stronger on it in some other sense than either you or I are aware.
Maybe Alt is the back cap king and we don't know it.
Yeah.
Gonna play the soul card.
As we are going live now on the first mid of Gullywash. I'm trying to find a demo to watch. Oh, actually, I want to watch Rem on this mid, see if he can avoid eating the stickies.
Yeah, I'm watching Nexus on this rollout as he does just do the standard choke rollout rolling in. Actually a bit slower than Sayo. Sayo's hitting those first stickies in Big Door, actually gets them a little too early and nothing happens. Trigger has been completely owned right away in this mid. The awkward Roma trade below the point has already occurred. Omni is very low. This arrows are just being hit, and this whole time Yauch has just been pounding damage into them, and they haven't been able to take any space as the point has already been capped. Omni trying to stay alive as he's just eating arrow after arrow, fragging these gamers as they try to run towards the point in what was one of the most awkward mid-fights I've seen in quite a while, Sean.
Were you watching Nexus at all to see how he ended up? How he ended up on the ground for the whole mid. I'm a bit confused by that.
I think he did just walk off, I think, and do that. I missed that, actually. I assume he just walked off and tried to play that. And I think it was the right play, because it meant that he could get really close and pound damage in, while the rest of the team was just, like, distracted looking at soldiers low, under, and all that kind of stuff. We do see even Ubers now. Xylife trying to push the flank to see what he can get done in Upper River there. But these teams are, I think, happy to sit this stalemate here for a little while as we try to see people climbing up into River now. MG trying to bash a jump.
Trying to take bats really aggressively. I don't think that's something you typically see when the enemy team pushing already has like upper to then try and push and take it, as they have decided to back into lobby, which is probably the right call there.
Yeah, they're sitting, trying to walk forwards here. Rem taking some spam. This Pyro up in ult there is trying to stuff everything up. He does get taken down very, very low, but eats that arrow, so damage means nothing anymore. And we do see actually the scout trying to play under the point. No, he does change his mind and does walk out. See some sacks coming in. Dev trying to get in there, but he gets completely mulched by a nice rocket and then an air blast to just shut him down completely. They're ready, waiting for this counter sack though, and it is actually the Pyro. Does deal some damage with a nice reflected rocket, but does take himself out.
So Adam goes back in for another counter sack, not on full health or buffed, and just gets instantly minced.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Xylife trying to do the same thing actually, and now it's the double sack. I'm not quite sure what the point of that was. They're trying to sort of follow up here. We do see ult coming up instead of on Pyro. He's now on Putus. We do see Dev just spawning normally, but Atten is spawning on Sniper. So we do have some sort of Sniper action, some attempt to break this stalemate.
Yeah, so as I've heard, I think Atten is the only off-classer for this team. He is trying to snipe from main. Hasn't got anything yet. I don't know if he's been called or noticed. I think
he does take a shot and miss, so maybe they have seen him. But there is a sniper up on the other team now. Alt is switched off heavy to snipe. He's looking at launchpad there, seeing if he can see anyone, instead of looking at the angles that people are actually peeking, which is interesting.
Yeah, again, not much happening, and this is a bit of a vintage CP play. So we're gonna see if either team can do anything other than wait for a sniper pick to try and break this.
Yeah, Atten moving over to River, see if he can get a better angle there, but he's choosing to rotate already. Head back to main, I assume there. The sniper is still up. Is actually no longer up on Alt. Alt has switched back to Soldier. They're choosing not to try to counter snipe this, and they're just choosing to kind of turtle on last. Alt does try to go for something there and kind of takes a lot of damage and changes his mind. So unsure as to what people are trying to attempt at the moment. Sniper is trying to peek from somewhere, I hope. Yes, he's trying to peek launchpad. Amazing. There we go. Trying to peek launchpad. Gets spammed out really, really quickly. Goes back again. Let's see if we can get something from launchpad here. No, nothing happening. Here we go. Peeking main.
Oh god. Yeah, still nothing. Xylife is trying to get into upper lobby right now. Easily gets spammed away.
Does miss
what
that
would you
shot.
do in this situation, Xander, to try and break this stalemate?
Well, I mean, you don't really have anything to lose. It's still 0-0. I mean, like, I would say go for a hero shot, or even send someone in, like, send your roamer into sack anyway, and then have your sniper watching an angle to try to get someone like that. But just, like, do something is what I would do.
Yeah. I agree, there's no incentive yet. We're at 6 minutes on the round timer. So we'll kind of see what happens if we get any lower. As Atten is trying to peek now from Ruby. He's going right in.
He's going right in for the hero shot.
Yeah,
does
gets
get
down.
mulched. Yeah, nothing
Dev
happens there, unfortunately.
Dev picks up Xylife. As ult is really low, trying to chase from main, he gets out. So we're going to see a player down on either side, even Ubers again. We'll see what Atten comes up, whether he comes back as the sniper.
He's looking like he will just spawn as that sniper. No, goes back to scout. Changes his mind.
Probably
we do see a sniper on the other team. I don't know if he's just checking off classes in spawn there, actually. So we do see no off classes, actually. I wonder if they might just try to take a trade or try to, you know, do something. Send a roamer sack, try something. Please try something.
Yeah, I'd like to see a heavy water come back into play here with the Uber trade. Yeah, just something, because as we do see the roamer special going on, and yeah, Dev does get ult. We should see a counter sack here. There are sticks on River if Dev tries to go from there. But MG's actually trying to sack him from secret, yeah. He's going to die, I think. So we'll see if MG tries to off-class here.
The MG spy. I've seen MG's spy logs. I know what he's capable of.
Yeah, still not a lot happening here. I think both teams
Alt
trying to play it
looks like
safe.
he's going to get... Oh no, Alt actually doesn't get deleted. That was some nice support from his team, actually, keeping him alive there. He would definitely have died if those two scouts didn't come in and help him. Dev is still dead. MG came up scout. I wonder if he's going to hold the door open for someone.
Did you see a sack into lobby and Alt very nearly gets the force on Rem? Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a nice jump from him.
I think a bit slack from League of Super Evil to let him in so far to get that jump off, but you kind of be forgiven. There's 4 minutes on the round timer now, so we'll see if they're going to make something out. They might just wait it out, to be honest. You could wait it out and just go for a trade with like a minute left and see what falls from that.
Yeah, Skaz, not Skaz, Alt sniping from spawn, seeing if he can hit anything, but no one's peeking, no one's doing anything. No one's really taking any risks at the moment right now. Just some spam going back and forth. Scout trying to jump launch pad, see what he can do. Nothing doing for him though, and they're just happy to sit here. Like, surely they have the initiative. Like, this is definitely their push. Like,
yeah, so I think my play with this would be to have your combo sit at roller and sack 2 players, whether that's both soldiers or a soldier and a scout, to get something to happen. Because if you sack 2,
yeah, I think
you get nothing. At least they push, and you should get a trade out of it. Or get, you mix it up a little bit. As we do see League of Super Evil are actually moving.
That's a banner pop on... What team is that banner actually popped on?
League of Super Evil, looking for the
so
pop.
They're seeing if they can... Yeah, they're popping this buff banner, seeing if they can get the damage out to force the medic there. Some rockets connecting with players, but they're not really doing anything. Skaz dodging that really, really well. But that point is being played right now. Oh, Zylife loses his life and Dev0 loses his life, and Atten loses his life too. So it's 2 down on the side of League of Super Evil, seeing if now that means that they're going to push a little bit.
Nexus is actually trapped underwater right now. He gets taken.
He trades.
But he trades. Oh, wow. That's such a yacht play. But yeah, as we are actually going to see, I think the stalemate's going to break a little bit now.
Amazing.
With that demo down. Yeah, crazy. I just need your demo to go get stuck underwater.
Sayo's trying to peek through Shutter here. Does get some nice stickies out, actually. With Sick Day looks like he might die here. Yeah, MG not having any of that cleans him up right away. And that looks like they've stunted the only action that we've seen in the last 5 minutes, Sean.
Yeah, and that was actually like huge by Dev then. When all of his team were backing up and Skaz were trying to push, Dev stayed and held River. And I think that kind of just...
He's in now
he does
on
get
the
a
medic.
Nice...
Oh, 5 health, 11 health. Oh,
and he does not. That was a ballsy hold from Skaz.
Yeah,
that was so ballsy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's only 2 minutes left on this round timer, so I'm starting to wonder whether something's going to happen. We're going to see these Ubers forced. I don't think we've had an Uber used yet.
This banner is getting popped again through main now. I'm not sure where they're actually pushing this. They're hovering about in river, so I assume they're going to walk through river and use this banner.
Maybe they should use it with an Uber trade here. It'll be interesting to see whether they go for the same play. Because last time they didn't have enough people following up on the banner damage. They only had 1 player go in. They have
Here we
popped
go,
it
banner
now.
popping in. They're just trying to spam this medic. But Skaz is like nowhere near any damage. But the point's being played yet again. The Uber is out. That's an Uber. Two down on the side of League of Super Evil. And the Uber is used on the side of Skaz. Nice Uber. They look like they're trying to come in and fight this a little bit, trying to spam some damage in, trying to capitalize on their point play, but no, they will choose to play it safe, wait for their spawns, and then push with their full ad. That's
We've got a minute left on the round timer, actually. So I think they're going to be pretty content to just go with an Uber push. They're going to get all their players and ready up for just a stock standard Uber ad push into last.
Yeah,
there's the Pyro waiting
on
there.
Pyro. Sorry, Alt on Pyro, yeah.
I'm curious to see. They've got 40 seconds left on the round timer. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. The Uber is going used through main as this Pyro is actually pushing back 3 players. He does get taken down, but Sao with some nice stickies, he might have been a trap, gets 3 kills, and they might hold this actually. There's only 2 up on the side of League of Super Evil, and that's MG and their medic Rem. Yeah, Tricker and Sao
trying to hit some arrows there, yeah.
With 15 seconds left
he does
on
hit
clock.
the arrow on MG, and it looks like he's going to get tricky. Oh no, and then the arrow
Another arrow on
team.
Tricker!
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
5 seconds left, and
do they get overtime if they get?
Yes.
Oh no.
So
Do they cap this? Overtime? Yeah, they cap it. There we go.
This is a questionable decision, to be honest, because with 5 seconds left, you could have just gone to mid with a, I suppose they do have Uber advantage here, which is probably better. So, as you do actually see, they could get caught out. Omni and Nexus holding really close in choke with 50% Uber disadvantage.
It looks like they're playing it a little bit more sensibly as they're starting to back it up.
Oh no, they're finally coming through choke now, and like Rem's on 80%. He's been grinding really well with
Tricker dies
MG.
to that trap. the pole trap there. Skaz taking some roller damage as Dev is jumping through. He gets the pack and doesn't force. That's really nice medic gameplay from
Rem is going to have his
there.
Uber up now. They're going to be able to block this, actually. They had 50% Uber advantage, and they've used first here. Rem is used now, and it looks like there's going to be better Uber on the side of League of Super Evil as MG's trying to chase them through choke with the last of this Uber.
Yeah, it looks like he's
doing
not
really
gonna...
well to hold him at bay, but nah, League of Super Evil like breaking through now. Omni does go down to some stickies. Nexus with some nice stickies. Oh my god, huge, absolutely huge on Tricketer. He just got mulched. Absolutely mulched.
Really well played. And now they're 2 up as this sentry gun is trying to go up, but I don't think it'll happen. Pyro is actually trying to play point there. He's not getting anything done, and this is the first round in what was really 2 rounds time. They take 1 round.
Yeah, really interesting round to watch there. I can't remember. Oh, I kind of wish it went to the new round. I haven't seen one of those in a while, but yeah, so we're going to see how this bit plays out, see if Nexus can stay on the point this time.
Yeah, Nexus actually getting there just a little bit later than Sayo yet again. Sayo doing some damage into the choke.
Down here hasn't been seen.
Yeah,
gets taken down by Trigger.
2 people actually lower as Skaz's ult brother is trying to do anything. Omni jumps forward, does a lot of damage, being followed up on by these scouts really well. Ult losing his life. Sayo is actually taken down really low. Xylife is under the point. He's trying to come up through this elbow on the backside, and they're actually forcing League of Super Evil out in yet another kind of messy mid-fight.
Yeah, I think there's some really good damage from the demo on Skaz then. Just sort of like have the damage advantage, and obviously with, I think MG in particular was really low, probably just called his team out there. So you're going to see a reset, even Ubers, with Skaz trying to push second.
It's nice to see a different stalemate in this game. It's always good to see something else not happening.
And this time the onus is on Skaz to try and break this one. As they are trying to, I'm not sure where their combo is trying to sit. They've got their med sitting with their flank on Big Door. Sick Day trying to get behind maybe. Yeah, they are trying to take Big Door now. They do have 4 players in Big Door.
Yeah,
League of Super Evil a bit slow to rotate.
They have rotated though, but these stickies are all over Shutter now, and it's kind of shutting Atten out. Actually, Atten dying to this trap. That's a big question mark. How is that not called? The scout actually does lose his life. Yeah. But now they're behind. They've Ubered in really aggressive, but they're trying to... Rem is going to have to use here. Tricker does get cleaned up there, and this is a much better Uber on the side of red team here. Demo is right behind the point. Oh, nice flick onto MG, actually cleaning him up. Oh!
Far out.
Me hitting the nice rocket, and that is just one spawner scout coming in, and that was nuts coming in from Sayo after he was middied. Yeah, another messy fight, but it just is the post-Uber situation is being called so much better by MG.
There were 2 down on the side of Skaz when Skaz decided to Uber early and jump into the medic. 2 players down. Really poor call. Whoever made that one, that was never going to win.
Yeah, and that sniper in forward spawn was just absolutely deleted as they're all walking forward. And this is now 50-60% ad on the side of Rem, and they are trying to walk this forward. The Pyro is coming up on ult already, and they're setting themselves up for this defensive hold yet again. Yeah,
I hope we see something different. So you see the Uber used really early League of Super Evil, and Omni just gets owned by that Pyro, reflected into the wall. The point's being played now by Dev. He gets taken down by Tricker, and that's 3 down on the side of League of Super Evil during that point. Make that 4 down, and it's only Rem and Nexus. Nexus does get taken down. It's just Ren. Really sloppy. Yeah,
that was, because you could see Nexus had stickies all over the point, and he was, I'm sure, screaming into his mic, "Play the point, you dinguses," and they just didn't get on fast enough, and by the time that they did get there...
Xylife absolutely bitched that. Absolutely bitched that.
Yeah, Rem does survive there.
Yeah. As we are going to see... Yeah, they all backspawn now, League of Super Evil, as they were getting held on mid for a brief moment.
That's very choke, actually. Yeah, Omni's right above, hasn't been called. Skaz is
does
forced.
Get the force. Huge play by Omni. Poor checking by Skaz then. The classic spot above choke. Even though he's pocket. But yeah, so we're going to see Uber advantage on the side of League of Super Evil. As ult is trying to come, does get Dev in River.
Yeah,
So
he's
see what
going to get
happens
that
there.
pack. MG can't chase that enough there. But yeah, this is Uberad, so you would expect them to try to push out of last. You never know. This this team doesn't like pushing, as we've seen before. Don't know if they're going to make a push out of this last. It's questionable.
Yeah, especially with the heavy. The heavy might be going to change off now, hopefully. We'll see a push. Yeah, MG is looking to move into lobby.
They're kind of slow there. This is sort of 40% ad gone to 20% ad, and they're holding way back. They can't push on this anymore.
Another questionable thing is this demo holding Little Door by himself, actually. Like,
Alt dies, actually. So their whole team is walking forwards.
God.
This doesn't... Yeah, and they use first. This isn't a super favorable trade. Skaz holds it for
Demo
a little
going
while.
for a back cap, actually, right now, but he is fighting Nexus. Nexus owns him in lobby.
Oh, Rem actually gets completely farmed as well. They didn't call it. Their Uber was that much better. But they're winning this fight anyway. It's just the medic. How did that happen, Sean?
I really don't know. I want to just say aim, but I'm not sure because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't think that can come down to MG's calling. Like, surely that was something else. That was a bit interesting there, as they just win the post-Uber fight despite having no heals and no positioning. That's really interesting. They're walking all towards this midpoint, starting to get the cap time. Stickies are off, but there's a soldier behind. Rem, super low, does survive. Roma's confused as how he didn't kill him right there, but he does survive on very, very low health. And the flank is being pushed. Actually, Zylife may lose his life to Atten here. Atten choosing not to fight that, though. And we do see another even Uber's stalemate.
Yep. Whoa, we very nearly had a spy. I got excited for a moment. So yeah, still not a lot happening. Trying to work out what they're gonna do here.
Yeah.
Oh, as we do see League of Super, we're just
going in for a trade.
and traded. Yeah. They're just running away now. Like, looks like not a lot has come of that. Tricker gets nearly skyboxed for a second.
I guess that they realize that their post-Uber situations are like so much better than everyone else, than the other teams rather. So they're just trying to engineer a post-Uber situation for them on that trade. Nothing really happened of it though. They didn't get any picks, so they can't really make a move on it, and it's just yet again grinding up for another stalemate.
Yeah, I mean, at least they did something, unlike last time where they didn't want to trade. But yeah, I'm not too sure what the point of it was, because they haven't tried to go for anything in the post, like a Roma sack, or maybe rush a scout behind, or rotate the combo choke and dry push or something. Like, they have just traded and have reproduced the same situation.
Yeah, and Dev is like really low on this flank. He's just like taking some spam. Finally does get that arrow from his medic, and now it's like again the same situation. How would you play this differently rather than just going for that straight trade through choke, Sean?
Yeah, I'd probably try and push my heels big door and get a player behind, and whether he just dies or not, as we do see Dev actually sacked in and died there. As Alt is sniping, he's moving very far big door. Atten's trying to duel above, and he could get the sniper here if he was onto it. Yep,
he does. He actually does get the sniper. Zylife not playing the support role really, really well there, as he's too far back and can't support his sniper.
Not playing support role really, really well.
I mean, I'm having a couple of beers as we go into this. MG is actually bursting through this with heals, and they're trying to take this one-player ad trade, and they're just dealing some damage and choosing to back out and rotate, and nothing actually ends up happening there. Skaz does take a fair bit of damage, but nothing really happens. They're checking behind to see if anyone leaked behind. No, they're all just sitting there, not doing anything.
Yeah, I'm still not sure what the plan is. I mean, I guess they're one up. So, yeah, like, I guess they don't have to do anything, but yeah, as Rem has put some ZZZs in chat, I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah,
I also agree with Sayo that it's their push. Some soldiers coming in, trying to get some damage on Skaz. Skaz not actually taking much. MG gets taken out by a traffic choke.
Super evil.
Oh, they did something. That's phenomenal. I'm so pleased.
Now they don't want to do anything again because they lost players. So
yeah, they're running back. Tricker is actually jumping super aggro through choke and does lose his life for it. Nexus was super low, so it's really unfortunate he didn't get that frag. but crossbow exists, so this is yet another even Uber stalemate. It's just that mid has swapped hands now.
Yeah, so we'll see if Skaz can do a slightly more aggressive approach to try and push this. They are 1 round down, so the urgency is on them. There's only 8 minutes left on this map, somehow, with 1 round.
A bit optimistic calling 5-0. I think I'll be very impressed if we get to 5 in the next 8 minutes. Yeah, Alt is jumping through, trying to get something, but he uses 2 of his rockets to jump, and Rem is never in any danger.
He got owned then by Dev with a nice midi, actually.
Omni is going in for this trade, actually. They're going for a nice trade here. They separate the medic from their entire team. Actually, he surfs the wrong way. We all know that feeling. But the post-Uber situation is yet again being played really well by the red team there, as they're all jumping around and trying to focus these forward players. xylife yet again, way too far forward, getting cleaned up. Alt's really far forward again. The last to leave, their flank is not doing a great job at surviving when they need to survive. This is, again, even Ubers, but mid has changed hands. We should hopefully see some action here, because they do still have 1 down here. Dev is jumping through. No one looked at him. They're all through chokers. This big distraction in Big Door. Dev is jumping right onto the medic. Skaz taken down super low. Skaz does die. Dev loses his life for it. Atten's in. MG's in. They're all in fragging this. There is a scout behind. Choke does get cleaned up really, really quickly, and it's just this soldier up above. xylife on 13 health. Soldiers coming in. Loses his life. Nice arrows from Rem to keep his team alive in that clutch situation. They're sending 1 scout to cap, and then they're moving straight in towards last.
Yeah, Omni's already on Skaz, who was way too far forward. But some nice surfing. Might live, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Somehow. Omni beefing that last rocket, I think. Yeah, but no loss there. It's 100% Uber out on the side. The League of Super Evil. They can wait for Omni to respawn and get ready to move. For some reason they haven't taken lobby. They're going upper. Even though the demo is only, like, Sal's only moving into lobby now. The Uber looks like they're going to move it through river. Trying to lead on a double scout one. There's no pyro up.
Yeah, these scouts do come in insta-mulch on that demo. This gun is going to get insta-mulched by the 2 scouts as well. xylife losing his life? Question mark? No, he's not. He's still alive. How is he still alive? Nexus does kill him there, and it's kind of disastrous, actually. Rem taken down very low. He can't really do anything. That's MG and Nexus both dying. Rem actually does get a frag before he dies there. That was really unfortunate. They should have had that. That Uber was so strong. Wow. What happened, Sean?
Double scout Uber into Gullywash last is not the play. Especially when there's a sentry in play. You needed a soldier or a demo, I think, like, to just do enough damage to justify the post cleanup.
What is this double gremlin play?
No, these goblins perched above mid there. Oh no. Yeah, Dev just got mulched there, and Omni just runs away with his tail between his legs. Uber advantage on the side of Skaz. They're taking mid now, looking to move Big Door. Yeah, it looks like they're moving
this. They realize they have ad, and they're actually doing something on it, which is amazing. The stickies are coming in, locking them out, but they do manage to get out upper right at the tail end of that trick up. Does get taken down kind of low, but they are still fighting lobby, actually. Oh, ruined. He gets slapped into the ground. In the end, they're at very low health, but does manage to live at the end there, and they are just choosing to fall back onto last here, but that delay might give them enough time to get this Uber.
Yeah, it looks like they will. They've got the heavy up. We do see the Ubers actually used.
Point is being played, actually, and no one can do anything.
Just anything.
This demo is just walking and dealing damage onto the point, and yeah, that's what they needed to do. That point play was not anticipated, I don't think, and they don't turn around fast enough. And that is 1-all with 5 minutes left. That's exciting. Something might happen this round.
Yeah, and I do note that there was 4 minutes 20 left on the clock when that round was capped. Sign of things to come as we have Sao with the really early aggression. Some nice stickies onto Rem, takes him down to about 60 HP. As you see some jumps from both of the red soldiers here. They get some nice frags, but Nexus actually ends up getting taken down by Alt. So you see the frags going the way of Skaz and some really low health. Whoa. That was a huge rocket by Alt at the end of that.
MG mine frags Alt, though, right at the end. Does get the cleanup frag there. But yeah, that was a really, really nice mid from the blue team. The soldier aggression from red team was shut down super, super early, and then that frag on Nexus just sealed it, and now they're managing to walk this full Uber advantage towards last. 3 minutes left. They do stand a good chance of actually winning this map, which will push us onto our third map of process, rather. Which will be great to see. We'll just wait and see where they decide to take this Uber, though, Sean.
Nexus with the brain trying to be really forward in lobby does decide to run away before he gets fragged. Oh no, like Atten's moving his sentry around and doing stuff. It's still being constructed while the Uber's come in, but the Pyro,
this Pyro,
is doing a really good job.
And the arrow cleans him up. This Uber is 100% down. But the point play is actually coming in all the way from under. Their medic was coming in.
It's 2v2 here. We're playing ulti-duo. Tricker wins that, but Rem!
Uber's on the point.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. His spawns come in 2 seconds, and Skaz just chooses to kill himself because he's not going to win that. That is his clutch from Remorse.
Jesus. There. Yeah, wow. That was absolutely huge.
Rem, no!
Oh.
The trap. Sayo is in lobby, actually, and ult sniping, trying to back him up here, and that push is disastrous, and they're just choosing to run all the way back to last, not taking any chances with this. I don't know if they know that ult is sniping here. They do now. He's just taking a shot. But this is yet another stalemate on last until we do see the Ubers come up. It is about 30 ad on the side of Skaz, so hopefully they do start to push in here. With only 2 minutes left, this is the only push they're going to get, Sean.
Yeah, and interesting to see that League of Super Evil are opting for no off classes. Looks like they're trying to muscle and take lobby, maybe force them to use their Uber earlier. And I don't know, can't see them grinding particularly well. Looks like the ad is actually like growing. It's gone from about 25 to 40.
Yeah, and this Uber is now up and they're coming into lobby. Trap gets no one, unfortunately, dealing a little bit of damage with those single death stickies, but now they're coming through Shutter because they know there's nothing there.
Finally have a heavy up, but no sentries. Xylaf's actually going under. He's going to play the point really early. The Uber's actually moved and no one down, but yeah, Atten and MG from the stickies from Sao. And they are going to cap this with a minute left. And take the lead on this map.
I don't know. Is this possible? I don't think this is possible in a minute.
It is.
I think they'd have to go really, really fast. I think there might be about 45 seconds to do the round, actually.
Yeah, well, it's going to have to be really, really quick as we're just heading into this mid at about 50 seconds left on the clock. Tricker playing super aggro. They know they need to play aggressive. They've gone their side. There's 2 frags down already, though. They're really, really playing this aggro, and yeah, they're just crushing all together. They're choosing to run away and consolidate on second here, as this point is already capped, and they're running forward with their 3-player advantage.
Yeah, still 28 seconds left on the clock. Second is being capped here. Ult's up on Heavy. They've got a Pyro up on Xylaf. They have to move really quick. They've got 19 seconds on the clock. I think they're kind of waiting around too long. They just need to go. Like, if they want to cap this, they just have to go. Omni does skip onto the point, drawing all the players there. Nexus is coming in now, doing a heap of damage. The Ubers are traded out. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. The point is more than half capped. But I do think it's probably going to be a bit too much. With 2 seconds left on the clock, MG is on the point, but it is not enough. But very nearly.
Very close in the end.
Very close map.
They regret sitting there and not doing anything for half an hour because they would have had more time to cap that in the very end if they'd done something sooner.
I think if they could do that over, that last hold with 2 minutes left, I think they would happily take the golden cap and not play it how they played it, holding really forward in lobby, Omni dying for no reason. They could have gone... they could have played the full Prolander and probably...
I can't hear Xander.
So I think if we look at these logs, I actually see that I think it was Alt has top damaged on Roma, as my TF2 has crashed. So Yeah, we've actually got Sao and Alt top damaging on that map. Sao going 19 for 7, followed closely by Nexus and Dev on about 270 DPM. The top frag's going the way of Sao as well. Doing it all off not being top healed like you would probably normally expect on Gullywash, and only taking 200 DPM as well. So yeah, some really good play by the Roma and the demo from the side of sskaz on that one. A disappointing performance, I think, from Dev going at 12 for 24. I mean, solid damage, but obviously just getting cleaned up there. Yeah, he's absolutely getting cleaned up by both the scouts and the soldiers, really just struggling. I'm not sure whether he wasn't being supported by Atten or not. But yeah, really, really unfortunate. But I mean, a pretty even game overall. 2 frags difference either side. Pretty even damage. Both meds had 11 charges, no drops. We do see the same number of deaths on both teams for both medics. Sorry, that's 5 deaths each. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty even game. Obviously, I think just the team play on the side of sskaz was slightly better. So we are going to move into process. So obviously pretty even momentum moving into this one. I would actually expect this map to be pretty even now, having seen how sskaz were able to play that one. I do think that process is less conducive to stalemates. So my audio is being looped by Xander occasionally, so sorry for that. So I would probably expect if Dev can have a better game, I would predict this one to be a 4-2 in the favor of League of Super Evil. I think that the scouts on the side of League of Super Evil are actually still probably slightly have the edge, even on that map with the loss. I expect that to play out more on process. But having said that, the demo matchup with Sao able to absolutely pound on Gully, may see that be a lot stronger on process. So not a whole lot else to say about the previous map. I do think that, yeah, without the stalemates, we'll see probably the calling advantage come back into the favor of League of Super Evil, because we did see a number of mistakes, particularly I think from sskaz himself. There were a couple of times where I think he like just fed for no reason as medic. Like when he suicided on the last point, probably not a lot of reason to not try and live there. And even that up. Like, good that Rem ended up dying to a sticky trap, but yeah, really, really unfortunate. Another thing to note is that the flank scout on sskaz, Xylife, also had a bit of a rough game despite his team's loss there. I mean, as did the flank soldier of Dev, but Xylife going 9 for 18, only doing 170 DPM. I mean, he was getting shut down really well, but if you want to win process, you need to have both your scouts firing. You cannot have your flank scout dying and allowing the flank play to open up for the other team if you want to win and take that map. So I think that if sskaz are going to win, Xylife has to step up. I think obviously Alt really stepped up on Roma for that map. 16 for 26, but huge damage. Probably able to deny entry on the flank there. Obviously Gullywash easy with only 2 flanks. So we'll hopefully, yeah, if we have a close game, that's how it'll play out, I will imagine. Do see, yeah, League of Super Evil have readied up here. We're just waiting on the start of this third map. Xander is restarting, for those wondering, and he should be back anytime soon. Yeah. Still just not a lot happening. I still expect that MG and Nexus to pound on this map. I think that with their medic of Rem probably playing slightly better than sskaz, that's going to really open that up for them to pound this game. So I wouldn't put it past the sskaz team.
I'm going to get yauch in.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we are still having some issues with Xander. So we may be looking for a replacement caster, as we do have yauch joining me here. Thank you, yauch, for saving me from myself.
Oh, I need to mute my stream. That sounds horrible. All right, hello, I'm here.
Hello.
How are you, Sean?
I'm doing okay now.
That's good. Yeah, no, you're doing a grand job by yourself, buddy.
Thanks,
Let me
mate.
just get my bearings. They haven't started yet, have they?
No, we're still just sitting in DM. So and I'll tell you that League of Super Evil is winning the DM.
This is good to know. This bodes well for them going into it, because I think they're probably going to be pretty fired up. I think they'll feel like that last map of Gullywash was really, really like in their hands. They had the win, they had the roundup. The time was way, way down. The tempo of the game was slow, but then they just sort of. I think they probably got a bit antsy with the whole stalemating thing, and there was that big feed where they fed 3 players all of a sudden at choke. When they had mid, they had the round advantage, and it all just sort of crumbled from there. So they're going to be fired up going into this one, I reckon, Sean, since it is their pick as well, isn't it?
Yeah, like I was saying before, I do think this will probably go pretty handedly to League of Super Evil, though. I think that the sskaz team will take a lot from being able to take a map off them. So yeah, I mean, see what happens, but I think unless Xylife can step up, they are going to struggle. I think with one scout who's struggling on the flank.
He hasn't been having a super duper game. One thing that I do want to talk about though is we saw it in the first map a lot, where I think Skaz and Skaz's team. Oh, this is annoying, isn't it? At every single decision making juncture in the match, they really got outcalled by MG, and just you saw their decision making on the evil team was way, way better. And I think there's going to be a lot less of that on Process. It's the Pug map, and you've got a lot of very active Puggers on the on the Skaz team. And it's just a much more comfortable map for a lot of these players, I think, where Process would be, or Product rather, would just be complete chaos unless you've got a really strong voice of reason like MG. So I think it'll be, I don't know, it could be interesting because Evil are going to be fired up, but momentum is definitely with the Skaz team.
Yeah, 100%. The one thing I will say is I wonder whether there's any tilt from the side of League of Super Evil with that poor decision on that last hold.
I don't know. I wouldn't say any of these people are particularly big tilters. I can't say. I know Rem isn't a really big tilter. I think he left his team midway through the season because of the amount of angsty tilt that was going on there. He's a level head under pressure. MG definitely is too. Nexus, I don't think, has the capacity to get tilted. Make of that what you will. But
that's good.
No, I think I can't speak for the other 3 because I don't actually know them at all. But if the way that this map's been playing, I think it'll really just be them getting motivated. So it'll be interesting to see. One thing as well, Sick Day is probably going to be a lot more inclined to bust out the sniper on this map as well. Long sight lines.
I would expect it the minute there's a disad situation. I wouldn't be surprised if he just if he came up on the sniper. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Still, I'm not sure what we're waiting for in the server.
Yeah, they gotta flex their DM, dude. That's what this is about. Really make sure that they're warm for this. So I don't know. I think part of the I'm personally interested in how this team managed to win last week. Was that a bait with a ready on ready? No. But they're coming off a really close match, and I suppose that could have also given them a lot of belief. I think it's an interesting team dynamic on this Skaz one. There's a lot of players that I'd say, you touched on the fact that they've been around for a really, really long time, but I wouldn't say any of them are particularly established higher div players. Skaz had that one season in Prem, but he was playing on the flank, and he was definitely he wasn't the most forthright player in that roster. That was a roster with Hertz and Moop, and that level of Prem experience is always going to weigh in. But so I'm interested. I don't know how this team's really formed. It's good to see a team that is of genuine intermediate players coming up through the ranks and doing this well.
Yeah, and doing good enough to take a map off a team with probably a lot more experience at higher levels. So you're right. From that sense, it's good to see. I do think that the match that they won last week, they weren't favourites going into that either, were they?
I wouldn't say so. I don't know what the head-to-head was looking like, but with players like who was it? It was like Sage on the other team and stuff like that. I really wouldn't have expected them to be going in favourites.
Yeah. So I mean, huge, obviously, that they got the win there. So, and even bigger to come and take a map in the grand final. Yeah, still not. Wait, no. Apparently we're waiting on some players to come back.
That's a hell of a bladder on those two. We've been waiting for a while.
Yeah. I suppose it's a long game. They've been playing for an hour. We do have a ready up, finally. So we are going to see this first map mid of process. Do you want to take us to this one, yauch?
Why not? But I want to shout out Shifter in chat quickly. These gamers are clearly staying hydrated if they need to pee. I'm going to watch Dev0 on this mid because a lot of the mids that on Gullywash where he was really the initiator, he's going to fail his fast roll out as the Demo's going to trade a bit of damage, but Sayo is way further forward. He's got the lion's share of the early positioning here. Dev's going to do a couple of jumps straight in and he's going to take down Skaz immediately, so this is going to signal the aggression out of the Skaz team.
Surf from Rem there, actually. Oh, it does get taken down by Sick Day at the end. Ult actually playing behind for nearly all of that mid and coming in and enough to distract the combo of League of Super Evil, and both meds have actually gone down now. Versing and even Uber, no health on either team really.
Yeah,
it looks like League of Super Evil are going to give this up. Yeah, everyone's in the red here.
Everyone was in the red for a while with both teams there. It would have been fun to see them all sort of spaghetti in and just see if the DM flex come out. But MG he is not wanting to give this up. He is straight back in there with his not
Dev's
quite
actually
buff.
Really fast on the combo. He gets behind and now he's drawing all of Skaz back. But Skaz, the player, actually ignored him and ran forward during that. So yeah. Looks like League of Super Evil are 100% going to give that mid up now, and we're just going to reset with a fairly even Uber situation. One player out on the side of Skaz. Yeah, as you do see, ult kind of pogos in, misses everything, jumps up into the air, gets launched, and huge from Nexus again, bringing back some of that product DM. Yeah, so we'll get another sack from the other team, but yeah.
It's totally sick. That random Euro who's been stealing all our Twitch clips and posting them to TFTV can get that one too, so good on him. That was... even Uber's basically... Skaz has slight ad, but it's probably not one of those ones you're going to know about. I expect them to try and work their flank here. That seems like something they do. It's Atten holding the IT at the moment with Dev0. I suspect as my HUD's kind of a bit cooked. No, there's a soldier coming in very, very high. Ult is going to get directed and sticky. He gets a one rocket off onto Rem, but ends up doing more damage to Omni. The counter stack comes in from Dev0. He hides behind a box and dies. So that's Roma's doing Romerific things, and we're probably just going to see a reset.
As soon as he moved, and he was on about 20 HP when he had to get his rockets off. So yeah, I mean that's a classic Roma one where you're too far from your medic to get any heals, and you just got to go.
Yeah, that's it. Sayo's working the choke now. This is something you see a fair bit in Pugs, where the demos just want to arc those stickies in and see if they can catch anyone too close. As we see Alt say in chat, this is take two, so I expect we'll be seeing him pogo in a second.
Through choke, yeah.
Unless
maybe it's a bait. It could be a bait where he goes for something different. I'd like to see something different, to be honest. I actually am interested. League of Super Evil are playing really far back here. Like, I think normally Alt has attempted to pogo in, but they are really far back, so he just gets mulched. I guess they showed me. You see Omni just gets smoked in choke trying to jump through, misses his jump up, takes about 150 damage, and then just dies with that last jump in.
Yeah, they tried to follow it up there with a bit of flank work and a bit of demo spam, but not really much happening. It's not working, and we saw this a bit on Gully. Like, there's not really very creative stalemate breaking coming out of either of these teams. Honestly, it's just sort of hope one team feeds and see what happens. Ult's up on Sniper. Yeah.
Okay, we're finally going to see something. Because I was going to say, Sao is walking really far forward in choke sometimes. If you had a scout spotting that and your soldier hiding, ready to jump him, you could probably get him. See how he just stands alone kind of in choke. Because he does get piped by yauch there. Arrowed back to full health, nothing doing.
It's actually working well for them, that positioning, though, because it's like you said, you want to. That's a juicy looking demo right there. But he is drawing them into the sniper sight line. I don't know if the sniper's been seen yet. He was on top of the crates. He still is up there taking that angle onto choke. So Nexus is in danger of getting domed if he gets a little bit too frisky trying to chase Sao. So we're going to see them, like, they're playing a bit of footsie at the choke at the moment, but they're really, I think that the sskaz team is just wanting to play off those sniper angles and try and bait it out. But at the same time, you need to be slightly, I don't know, you can't just wait for your sniper to get a pick, you need to give him opportunities. Like, I'm guessing from the positioning of the red team that they know that he's there as he's coming up to choke now, trying to get a bit ballsier.
Before giving his position away. MG's actually onto him now, gets arrowed back. MG gets taken down by Sao. Nice stickies. Alt's actually going to look for something through sewer now, but Omni is onto that. No, misses his rockets, gets nothing and jumps away. Alt takes a shot at the medic, only gets a body shot off. Nothing doing.
Ooh, Sao might crater. He does, yeah.
Nexus
gets Skaz as well. That's huge. He's having the game of his life, is the bat heavy. He's amazing. Alt's going to get Omni, though. This is chaos at the moment. It's full Uber advantage. The sniper's being collapsed on by Atten. Atten's beefing a little bit. Nexus is getting ran at, but they're actually just going to wipe at the end of that. They do not manage to find any of those frags as the Skaz team, and with a combination of Nexus and Nexus's giant dick, they managed to win that.
But the forward spawns are up, and Dev's actually on. Skaz is going to get skill sticked, but so lucky there. And they should be forced out here, and I think we're going to have second capped with reasonably full Uber ad on League of Super Evil.
So I've seen the forward spawn, but they got it stuck off as well as Sniper. He's
got a Huntsman. Oh. Yeah, no, none of that. He's back spawned now. They're looking to use, they've used this Uber through door 1 now. MG running straight to the point. There's no sentry gun up. He has to play the point really early. Yeah, I think we're just going to see a cap here. That's around. That's what happens when you don't have any off classes or attempts to detract from the Uber.
Or a demo. You're able to just walk in door 1 there pretty free.
Yeah, so we see the second mid here. So last mid, Alt went really fast, got nothing on the demo and went behind. I'm interested to see how he plays this one. Yeah, he doesn't go fast this time. Both demos getting there about the same time. Nexus taking the first sticky, having to get arrowed in his choke. The early position is on the side of Skaz, but the counter aggression coming in from League of Super Evil. Xylac is the first casualty from Atten there. Dev really far into the combo there. Alt going to get taken down by MG. And that was actually huge from League of Super Evil with the way they crushed that and just dominated the early position from Skaz and ended up countering with the Soldier of Dev onto the combo.
Sao's caught behind, he's jumping in, he's trying to make something do, but he just gets piped by Nexus. I think he accidentally piped a scout when he was aiming for Rem, did Sao. But again, that's no demo for last. We're seeing this twice in a row, but we've at least got like a Prolander style defense coming out from the Skaz team now, but they're still going to walk in door 1 totally uncontested. They know there's no traps and they're going to get straight onto that gun, but the Pyro's going to be doing a good job of deflecting MG.
Oh my god, Nexus gets roofed. As this Pyro is still lived, only just gets taken down by Omni now. So we've got only 2 up though on the side of Skaz, and the round is capped out by League of Super Evil.
As we see a guitar torn by Omni. No, the early signs of holding there from the Skaz team, but I think they probably just got a little bit too excited with how much they were successfully gimmicking the red team and just didn't really capitalize on what their off classes actually managed to achieve and just sat there and died. So we're on to mid number 3. Early aggression from the flank of the Skaz team. Alt's taken down super low and he'll surely crater as soon as he lands. He does.
There. Again, the same thing. The Skaz team is taking the height really early, and as soon as they do, League of Super Evil are countering with their sort of 2 scouts and soldiers straight onto them and just mulching them. I think just backing their DM there more than anything else.
Yeah, I wanted to see them roll off that 2-player ad. Honestly, I wanted to see the Nexus team, I'm forgetting their name, the evil team, roll off that, but they're off to send the Dev Zero sack, and that works. So we're going to see another one of these fab mid to second stalemates. Let's see if Evil is a little bit more creative in their stalemate breaking. Nothing untoward as far as classes go. Everyone's on their cookie cutter. I expect we'll see Dev go straight in, as we're going to see him do the pogo off choke. He gets a nice first rocket on Skaz, but isn't able to hit the hero midi, so we'll see what they're going to do on Skaz team.
Yeah, ult does go in, tries to get in the flank, gets owned by the scouts. League of Super Evil. MG had already turned around and was shooting him. No chance.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to see a reset. See if we get any off classes here. Nope, Dev's back up on Soldier. Probably going to see ult come back up on Soldier as well.
Yeah, I don't think Dev's one known for his off-classing, and if it was, it'd probably be Spy.
We have a Spy.
Ooh. No, he's just checking.
That's really unfortunate. I want something.
Want something? Please give me something.
Nexus is so far force, but Nexus, if he lives here, no, he does get taken down. I don't know what he's doing. The yacht plays, you can't question them. Yeah, Sigday goes down, but actually really bad position from League of Super Evil here if they don't get out with this post two. But Rem is trapped in. But MG does get the basher frag onto Skaz, knowing that his medic was going to die. He gets taken down as the rest of the players from League of Super Evil are coming in. Tricker gets taken down by Atten. Xylife cleans up Dev there, and it's just a Scout 1v1 pistol here. Atten versus Xylife. Who has been playing Badlands Middle the most? It is Atten. Sickday's just standing on the point here, trying to deny the entry. Spawners are kind of up on both teams. Sickday's still trying to hold this point, but nice rockets from ult to kind of just lock out the players from League of Super Evil here. I think we're just going to see a reset, to be honest.
Yeah, after all that, like you said, I can't question Nexus plays, but I've got so many questions.
No, but you're not allowed to. It'll hurt too much if you tried to work it out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just need to let Nexus plays flow over me. That's what I'm going to do. MG was having a bit of a flirt with the choke point there, but nothing's really going to be happening. Ubers are dead on equal, I think. Rem just had to go and build a bit better to ruin that for me, but yeah, we're just going to see another reset here. Now, I'd like to see Nexus go for another Savant, like, force play or whatever he managed to do last time, but Sayo's taken down really low, and MG's able to capitalize on that.
Just really forward for no reason, kind of similar to what he was doing when he was defending. Like, no one else was backing up. He ran into choke, took about 150 damage and gets taken down. Omni and MG are both actually down now on the side of League of Super Evil, and their health is not great. Dev gets taken down by Xylife Craters, I think. There's only 3 up now on the side of the Evil team, and Xylife's actually chasing out of IT. Nice bomb by Tricker onto the point. He's trying to force them back even further. And if they don't trade, they're going to have to give this up. Looks like MG does want to trade here. He's kind of still running at the Rem backing him up. Atten's playing above the point. Yeah, it looks like the Skaz team's health is really low, but ult's actually in behind now. The Uber is forced on the side of Skaz. Rem has not had to use yet.
Oh, he does drop his pocket though. MG's going to be coming in for the pinch here, but they need to go forward an Uber, but they're getting held up way too much, and MG's flank was just all for nothing there because their Uber was so delayed. Ult's still behind, he's in the red sewer, and they definitely have the player advantage here, do the Skaz team. Xylife's going to take down Atten on the flanks. Ult is back in onto Ram, manages to take him down. Nexus is going to trade it out, but it is going to be a mid-take for the blue team, unless Dev0 does something heroic, which he is nearly able to do. Skaz is just shimmies away.
Yeah.
It's
really, really hard to follow what's going on in some of these fights. Yeah, I think League of Super Evil, like Rem should have popped his Uber to save Omni, with that one extra player, they probably would have been able to take that fight. As we do see, like Skaz taking second through sewer pretty much for free with 50% Uber advantage. We do see no off classes on the side of the Evil team.
Yeah, not yet. I expect they'll probably come out soon. Yeah, Atten's going to get onto Pyro, but they need to get into position quickly here, and I don't particularly, like, I say that as the biggest advocate for Pyro, that, like, it's not super on this last, especially,
is not the one. It's not the
especially
play,
on the low ground here, it's a weird position to play.
Yeah, he's chosen it right. He gets taken down, but he probably delayed a good couple seconds of that Uber. They are playing the point really early.
Oh, wow.
And that's a cap from Skaz. I guess all of League of Super Evil just playing up top. No one really willing to commit, and yeah.
Yeah, they chose to kite with no sticks on the point. That was a bit of an interesting decision. Like, I was going to say that the Uber wasn't going super well for Blue Team because they made that Pyro relevant at the last hold. They focused a lot of attention on him, but then they're just able to play the point totally for free. As we're going to see Nexus take an extremely aggressive mid. Dev0 is going to follow up onto that, onto Sayo. So that's going to trigger immediate aggression from the Evil team. Ult with a big counter jump onto Omni. He's actually got onto Ren. Ren is giving him the wiggle. Oh, but he manages to get the fadeaway rocket in.
I empathise a lot with Rem there. Would have been shouting at his team because he did everything he could to live there. and his team were just too busy dealing with other players.
Yeah,
So
and
good play by
especially
Raul
when
there.
he's that low. Like when the soldier's that low, it's just one dude, please turn around and shoot him. But it was not to be.
Yeah, as you do see League of Super Evil trying really hard to get it in onto second and get something, whether that's a cap or a nice frag. A nice pipe from Sour onto Omni.
And yeah, they full Uber advantage. They didn't really get much pressure on the second there, which might be a bit of a wasted opportunity from the Evil team, but they're probably just opting to play it safe at the moment. DevZero was having a bit of a float around in the sewer, but he's playing close at the rock here to try and get the force. He's going to walk straight onto Skaz. Skaz is going to surf away, and actually, oh my god!
Whoa! Holy shit!
Alright.
Yeah, okay, the boys are out to play, but yeah, so we're going to see some DM fights here. League of Super Evil just trying to play with heals. The point still isn't capped. Ult's actually onto Rem. Huge surf from Rem. He surfed to the other side of the map, and now he's separated from his team. But he does still live. But Trick is on him, and he does get taken down. Really unfortunate there. There were some nice shots popping off everywhere during that fight. Skaz is the only one alive. He's got no one to heal. Only now. So the Uber ad is not going to be big, I think. But yeah, what happened there?
I can't deal with another DM chaos match, dude. I had to watch you guys play on Badlands, and that just broke my brain. But yeah, no, that was just a scrappy fight, and I think it's probably not too contentious of a thing to say that the red team has the slightly better DM to come out in those sorts of situations. That said, it's like, again, another really scrappy fight, but Seo's got really good position up on the bats there to deny all the red team's damage. Omni's in pretty deep. He might actually take down Hey, he does, and he says out.
Really forward again for no reason, I think, or just really slow to get back. We're probably going to see that, the dry push with no demo. Yeah, Nexus spamming, huge damage from Nexus in that fight, just easily pushes the Skaz team away. We're going to see even Uber's probably pushing last. Actually, yeah, it looks like they're wanting to go into last. They want this point. And gets taken down by Ult during that fight. Dev playing the point really early, gets taken down by some stickies from Sayo, but they are locked out of spawn. And all of the frags going the way of League of Super Evil. A Saw from Rem and an Uber, and that is a round cap for League of Super Evil.
Maybe it's just my peanut Roma brain going out, but the blue team had so much cap time on the mini Spire there that I reckon it almost would have been worth committing one out of their last hold to try and go for that back cap. Because honestly, by the time if they get the Uber out, and by the Uber runs out, they've probably got the back cap. Holt's going to roll out fast, but not. He's just going to land on the point. He's going to go for the re-jump onto MG, but MG is playing denial. DevZero gets taken down by Tricker as well. Yeah.
Oh my god. Stickies from Sayo. I was going to say that, MG doing really well there to deny top of the mid there, but the stickies from the demo just kind of ending any fight they had on that one. We are going to see Omni and Rem just kind of living on last. They're not even looking to contest second here. They do have their spawns up now, probably a bit late. So we're probably going to see even Ubers with the Skaz team pushing last.
It's got shades of the previous match a little bit, Sean. Obviously, what would the scoreline be would be a little bit different, but they're really coming into it in the second half of this map are the Skaz team. It's so you got to be a little bit antsy if you are the League of Super Evil. Is that what they're called?
Yes, the League.
Yeah, the League. You got to be a little bit worried maybe, because this is your match to lose again, and you're on your last. Atten's up on the sniper, strong sniper, I'd say. Atten does a lot in pugs. He's got a lot of practice, so yeah. It'll be interesting to see. I've got a stat update though, actually, and it might not surprise anyone to know that Nexus is absolutely fisting so far, as we're going to see him get another kill on the attempted Roma sack. He is having himself a game.
Yeah, just interesting to see whether they're going to see a counter sack. Yeah, we do have nothing happening. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Dev is actually onto the combo now. Gets middied by Tricker, and Sick Day ends his journey to the Force. Yeah, Atten's still sniping, looking at lobby. But yeah, the Skaz team not even interested in that. Skaz himself is playing right behind. They know there's a sniper. That's the sniper spot. When you're medic, that's where you play. Yeah, Ult's gonna get taken down by Nexus again. Was that the same spot?
I don't actually know. I didn't see it the first time, but that was on the shutter door, I think.
Oh
but
god.
He's having... he must be just having a grand old time next. He's getting all these kills. He's not quite sure why, but he's loving life. It's good to see. Also going to spawn up on Sniper. I've had quite enough of this nonsense now, but Sick Day gets taken down by Dev Zero in lobby, so that might be the pick that they want to use to...
Omni's going really high!
Oh, he dropped
my god!
Rockets. That was
Holy
awesome!
Shit. Okay, yeah, I was questioning that move, but okay. And he throws out a laughing my fucking ass off in chat because that was huge. So yeah, we've still got ult sniping looking at door 2. I think he is 2 players down on League of Super Evil as they are going to kill Tricker as they try and move out into second. There are traps above lower lobby if they look to move there.
I think we paused though.
Ah, awesome.
One thing that I think Omni on his journey to the moon didn't get there as far as intel was that ult was up on Sniper. He's taking this angle across, like looking at the lower lobby, which is where Rem looks like he might be thinking of going, although he is healing Nexus is in upper lobby. So this Sniper could really come into play, especially considering that the players are even at the moment. You could be very much in danger of getting forced early here if you're Rem and then not have all of your players around you to capitalise on that Uber. So, I don't know, this could be an interesting push-out attempt.
Yeah, I think more than likely they will wait till MG is up before they push.
Yeah,
or they push out. Yeah, I don't think they... I'm just noticing they don't seem to move much unless MG is with the medic. I'm not sure if intentional or not.
It's probably like, if you're a team that is relying so much on a caller like MG, it makes sense that that's when you'd be at your most comfortable, is rolling when he's alive with you. But, yeah, I don't know. By the same token, it's one of those age-old TF2 questions. Do we push now off the Uber advantage, or do we wait until both teams have all their players up? And yeah, again, they might not know about the Sniper, so it's going to be a bit of a tricky one to see what they do here and see what decision that MG calls them to make, considering that he's dead at the moment.
Yeah, and another thing that I'll note is that Sayo is really far forward again. I know he's committing to his traps, but there's been quite a few occasions in transitions and during holds where he's just so far forward from the rest of his team. I know he's doing quite a lot of damage, but yeah, just really getting caught out of position, and I'd rather have my demo not doing damage and being alive for the next fight than trying to commit to a trap.
Yeah, a bit of a hero play. You're right, he is very forward, and it's not even forward with support. He's on an island.
Yeah. He does have the trap, so he could... This is one of those things where you either come off huge or you just get farmed. And I think you should just play percentages in this situation. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Omni is on the way to roll out, so depending on what way he rolls out, he might end up just catching Sayo as well. No word yet, I believe, on what the pause is caused by. I don't have any of these players added at the moment. Sean, maybe you can talk to Mitch, see what's going on.
Sure.
But, yeah. Between this and the stalemate on Gullywash, we've had plenty of downtime so far this best of 3. I saw some tax thrown around in around.
I'm being told it's a tactical pause.
Oh, is that even allowed?
I think it is, but I haven't seen one. Have you ever done one? I've never done one.
No, but I BM'd a few of these players for doing it to me last season, so...
Yeah. What do you think of the tac pause? Should we be doing it?
I think there should be a rule about it either which way. It seems to be a bit of a contentious issue. I understand in the grand final you're playing for all the marbles, and by marbles I mean medals because you don't get anything else. But it's... I think in finals it's probably should be allowed, but at the same time, who's going to know? It's tricky to say the least, but yeah, I don't know. Let them in finals because you want to be putting your best foot forward.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I mean. I don't want a team to lose because they were tilted. I want them to be playing at their best. We do have a yeah, an unpause here. We are going to see what happens. Sick Day gets taken down. The sniper doesn't get anything. Sayo has decided to back up, but he might end up dying anyway. He jumps through choke. Yeah, no, he does get taken down by Omni there. Nexus was waiting for an air shot on that one. I am just going to retry. So
no, it's alright. I've already done it. I'm straight back in. Ult is up on the high ground on the mid. Taking that sniper angle at choke, but it looks like... No, MG is going to actually opt to roll it through choke. He's walked straight into the sniper spike line and copped a body shot, but Adden's in through the flank, completely uncontested, as in Dev Zero. They're going to take down ult on the sniper. Dev Zero is going to get isolated, but trade out for Sick Day. MG playing that capitalization role, and Rem is still yet to force. They've got 2 points for free so far. Skaz is up on 70%, but they're at a one-player disadvantage, so I would... yeah, no, and Sayo again playing really, really far forward. He's got to respect the super disadvantage here. MG and Omni are like straight in through the choke here. They want to use it, but Skaz is probably going to get in this engagement. He's playing back safely by door one. Trick is going to get dropped though, so that's really good focus fire from the combo of the League of Super Evil. Nexus is getting the heck out of there. Omni's doing some fat pocket things at the moment. Skaz's Uber lasted so much less time than the red team one, and the collapsed city just came in. How did that happen? He popped second.
That was huge damage from Omni in that one, as all the players were trying to run out. I don't know why it lasted so much longer, but yeah, it was a thick Uber from League of Super Evil. We do see that the pause did come out at the end of that round, probably that tack pause. So yeah, it's 4-1 with 8.5 minutes left. So we'll see what the pause has done for the Skaz team, whether they try something different. As Sayo is first to mid here by quite a margin actually. Yeah, Nexus looking to play right side. Not a lot happening yet from either team. But as we do see, yeah, Sick Day just gets owned. I think he got stickied really nicely from Nexus there. Nexus does get taken down by Ult, who gets taken down by Rem. You do see like the players probably slightly better position from the Skaz team. Yeah, there's only 2 players up left on like either team. So it's At versus Zylife again, but with medics this time. So I don't know what's going to happen here.
This is what MG should be.
Zylife
got mulched. Whoa! Atten asserts his dominance so hard he can't let Skaz... Wait, yes, he can let Skaz get the sword because he's on 72%, but the fast rollout's coming in onto Rem. Rem is not going to be able to surf it away. That's so clutch by ult.
Jesus Christ! But yeah, Dev did come in with the return Roma onto Skaz, and I just don't... this game throws up some interesting situations sometimes.
Yeah, and like well played to Ult realizing that the mid was not lost once his medic died and being able to get in and salvage that. But like at this point in the map, 7 minutes left to go and they're down 3 rounds, you really need to start throwing some balls at the wall, as Sayo's internet's been thrown at the wall. I don't know if you can see that, but
yeah, I can. And so is Sick Days actually. They're both sitting like well over 100 ping. We do have Omni going in for a bit of an aggressive play. Ult gets taken down. Does a Roma trade, yeah. Nexus with a fadeaway, I think, onto Tricker as he tries to leave there. So that's a 1 player out on the side of League of Super Evil. Pretty
really good dry take as well.
Yeah. MG actually just wants to go into last. He wants this. But no, he's... Fucking hell.
That's some disrespect. That's a very, very ballsy push there. And
they do lose 3 for that, including their medic. I don't know whether that was just a weird flex, but okay.
Is it a flex if it doesn't pay off?
Well, yeah, that's why it's weird, I think.
Yeah, no, good point. No, to quote the eternal words of the French TF2 legend Nox, do not push 2. You never push door 2. You just don't, and that's why, because it's a spam funnel. I'm a firm believer in that. And like off Ubers, there was a very, very optimistic play to begin with. As Ult's going to zoom in and shoot some nice zoning rockets to make sure Evil are out. But Skaz is up on his full Uber advantage. Maybe the comeback begins now, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if they can make something of this Uber advantage. I've seen them really fail to capitalize on any Uber advantage that they've got. Yeah, Tricker with a failed jump, not Ubered, not sure what's happening. League of Super Evil trying to stay in. They do get ult.
Rem's in danger.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, as we do see Sick Day coming in. Him and Tricker combined to take down Rem, but all of the frags elsewise falling the way of League of Super Evil. They only lose their medic. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. They kind of fed in one by one with Uber advantage. They didn't use Uber, and they lost all their players.
I will tell you what, though, Sean. Nexus is continuing just to have the game of his life. He did actually drop sskaz there with his pipes. I'm reading it in thing now because we totally missed it. We're trash casters, but no. Rem was unlucky. He surfed straight back into the danger when the high bomb came. They did get that salvage frag, but the sskaz team realizes that they are under the pump now, and they're trying to take this dry engagement. Sayo's going to get a trap kill onto Atten, but the back cap's on, and that might be Jeeba, and it is. Dev0 with the back cap through the lobby, and I don't think we'll be seeing a comeback from 4 rounds down, Sean.
No, not with 4 minutes 40 left. 4 rounds to cap to take it to a golden cap. So, I think that's pretty much we're going to see some trash time going on now. I think, oh no, Nexus still gets beaten to mid, ult really fast onto him, does get taken down to 20, 10 HP, gets, it's like the damage going well the way of the sskaz team this mid. The frags still going fairly even right now. Xylife gets huge pipe. Oh,
Rem!
My god!
Rem stole that
from
from
Nexus. That is the
Nexus.
biggest arrow I've seen. Yeah, Nexus was waiting, hit the first pipe onto who was that? Was that Xylife? And then Rem just with the midi steal on that. And GG's are already being called in chat after that mid loss.
I want to shout out someone in chat. I want to shout out Smoko Time Boys, who says Nexus is such a daddy. I agree.
Yeah, I wish Nexus can be my daddy after this performance. As he takes down the enemy demo who just fed into choke. We're truly seeing some meat players right now. Yeah. But I don't even know how much we want to really talk about what's going on right now.
Nah, Rem gets forced out. I expect that, knowing MG, he'll probably want to take this to the win difference, which will be the next round, which is 6-1. They're going to get up on the thing here. Sayo's going to contest, but regardless of how this scrappy fight turns out, I want to congratulate the League of Super Evil, who are your ozfortress 23 intermediate champions. They've had a really, really good season, from what I've gathered. They've been the untouchable force. Not even Faithless could shut them down, Sean. But
Yeah.
That's a
It'd be
really,
rough when
really
you bring
strong
back the boy and he can't do it. Yeah.
You bring back the boy and then you don't make finals.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
There it is. That's the win diff. So congratulations to League of Super Evil. They're taking that last map 6-1 after a really dominant showing on both of their map picks there. And really, really good shit from them.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a quick peek at these logs before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nexus with about 350 DPM, going 22 for 7. Still, Omni still getting healed more than Nexus, and just absolutely pounding. Probably the MVP of the game and the map. Notably, only taking 187 DPM as well. So just really was not getting punished for anything. We have MG top fragging going 25 for 12, 240 DPM. Atten 20 for 10. Yeah, just some really solid stats on the side of League of Super Evil in general, which you'd probably expect with a 6-1.
That's it. And it's just, I don't know how you can see how well Nexus did on product and not think to focus him, because he it's like you said, he was pretty much untouched, that entire thing. I think oh no, they're actually in this mumble, so we might be able to interview a fair few of them if we so desire, Sean, if you see them down there.
I do see them down there, but yeah. Would be keen to have a chat to a couple of them, yes.
You just drag them up and see if they're not going to expect it.
I'm not an admin in this mumble.
Or should I do it? Do we just want to drag them in here and surprise them?
Yeah, a few of them, hit them with it.
Hi Sean, hi Mitch, sorry.
He's
want to get interviewed? Oh shit. There we are.
Hello.
Hi Mitch, want to get interviewed?
I guess so.
You sure do. I'm getting Nexus as well. And Dev's here.
And Dragon sskaz, I think.
Yeah, Dragon sskaz.
And alt.
I'll just drag all of them. I can't scroll. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Nexus.
Hello.
You fisted. Well done.
Thank you.
Coming in for decap, what's that like?
Well, I'm better. So.
True.
So you finally ready to play Prem now, Nexus? You ready to stop playing around?
What do you mean?
Intermediate?
I've already played Prem. I don't need to do it again.
No, but you know what I mean.
No. With the game.
Atten also wants to interview. He asked me on Steam.
Atten?
Yeah, Atten.
Alright.
Oh, and Solo, by the way. He's he.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'll ask you, Skaz. Coming into this game, how did you guys kind of expect it to go?
Well, I think in general the team is quite realistic, but also optimistic at the same time. So we definitely thought we could win. And, you know, obviously going into product, morale was quite low, but the team in general is really good at picking ourselves up. So we had a lot of confidence, basically, I think. It just kind of fell apart.
I want to apologise to one of you who I dragged in here by mistake. I don't know who it was.
Hello.
But, sorry, I'm me.
Rem wants to get moved in there.
Yeah,
okay.
We kind of left one person out, but yeah.
Where'd he go? There he is.
I guess I want to ask, like, both teams how you guys felt after Gully. Like, did you, like, obviously it was your map pick, Skaz and co. But did you guys expect to take it? And then going into process, did you take a lot from that? And conversely, League of Super Evil, did you guys kind of, like, did it affect you guys at all that you just lost a map?
Do you want to go first, MG, or?
Sure. Yeah, we were a little bit tilted after Gully, not gonna lie. But we used the Sam strat and went around and told jokes. Yeah, we told some jokes and that boosted our morale back up.
Shout out to Sneaky the Insect.
Yeah, thanks, Sam.
You guys, Skaz, did you guys kind of think, like, after that you were really in with a chance to sort of take the game?
Oh, without a doubt. The team was feeling crazy good. And I think, like, I don't know, the team just came together. And it was really awesome to see. Like, being in comms, everyone was having a great time. And the calls were just incredible. Like, everyone was checking every corner, almost. And, like, you know, it was just great to see. And so, yeah, going into process, it was, like, we were keen, man. We were so keen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our comms were the opposite on Gully.
I do kind of want to ask you guys. So, Skaz pushed in with Uber Advantage. You guys had a pro lander set up, and you defended it. Then you obviously lost your medic pushing out. You were at Uber disadvantage again. This time, you kind of held forward with no off classes with 2 minutes left. What was the decision making behind that to not have off classes the second time?
Wait, what map was this?
So on Gully, there was about 4 minutes left or something. Skaz pushed in with Uber Advantage. League of Super Evil had off classes. Pyro deflected it. The Sentry sort of took spam. They defended it. Then Rem went out and died to some traps. And you guys were at disad again. And this time, League of Super Evil did not have off classes and kind of held forward in lobby. And that's when they lost the round. Like, I'm just kind of wondering why you guys didn't run off classes the second time.
Dude, honestly,
actually, you
can I
guys
answer that? Yeah, just probably didn't even fucking realize. To be fair,
yeah, that's a huge problem with us. We've never realized that. Like,
no, you guys had the advantage.
I think we're a lot better at telling the team to go off classes. I don't know. I thought we had a heavy.
You didn't off class MG. Like, you guys didn't off. Yeah.
But I'm saying we normally do. So
yeah,
I kind of thought we did, but I never off class because I'm a big fan of grinding on last.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I kind of think I just assumed we did have off classes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
It was really interesting.
Forward.
You were kind of acting as if you guys were even, and then Omni was the first one to jump in and die. I don't know. It was a really interesting thing. But yeah, obviously, well done to the other team for winning that round.
Wait, so you're saying, like, they had the disad and we were pushing to last, right?
Yeah, and they didn't have any off classes. When you guys with the Uber that won you guys the last round, they did not off class.
So yeah, we probably a mistake on their part.
Yeah.
Nexus, you're a popular guy. You've got some questions in Twitch chat.
Oh, like what?
Sorry, did I interrupt anyone? Otherwise,
no.
All right. Ches wants to know if you remember what the first map was.
Product.
All right. Someone else wanted to know if you knew what game you were playing.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
All right, he knows. Sorry, keep on going. Atten, I've got a question for you. You had a few of those situations on Process. I saw them especially where you were left in those Scout 1v1s. Were you feeling yourself in all of those situations?
Is club.
easy clap. The ego in this kid. Can you get in bed, please?
Sorry,
Oh,
we had a discussion about this earlier, and I told him to be the bigger man and not say easy clap. And then he argued that he wasn't a man, and I told him that this was his rite of passage into manhood. So I guess he's a child for a little longer.
Still a boy. Unlucky. Rem, one question for you as well that I can think of was just that crazy last the clutch that you got on the Ubisaw there, and then to die to a sticky trap. You played very, very well, but what sort of... Yeah, you clutched it out, so well done. What were your thoughts on the game and your game in general?
I enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. So, yeah.
Oh, fair enough, Sean.
Rem, hang on, Rem, if you don't get best medic this season, I don't know, dude.
Big up.
Yeah, I just want to touch on that. Skaz, with that last push when it was just you and Rem left up alive, why did you kill Bind?
Me?
I had the exact same question.
Wait,
That
what do you
was
mean?
you could. It was only the two of you alive, dude. You could have walked away.
Dude,
You could have walked away, man.
Look, I'm playing the drinking game here, okay? I'm 5 shots in.
No,
I don't know, dude. It's like
that's fair.
I'm the team is constantly telling me to like kill bind because I like go for dumb plays. So I guess it was just like
You should have juggled him up with your Ubisaws.
Yeah,
Honestly,
no,
yeah.
I should have MG'd him hard, eh? Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about.
Actually, that was
Doing the bigger
so
fight.
good at Medic MG.
So I just want to ask, obviously, with the plethora of players that we have the ones of you who have not played in Prem, how many of you have Prem aspirations after coming first and second in Intermediate?
I think
Go
the
with
team's
you.
not going to stick together, so...
Yeah,
Oh,
but I'm
just as
talking about more so
individuals.
you individually,
Oh.
because obviously you've done well enough to come really high in Intermediate. So obviously, if you wanted to take the next step, like how many of you want to do that?
I'd
So,
go
like-
for it, but I'd probably
Yeah.
just go play Inter again instead.
What about you, Dev? Yeah, it's
Too
going to
much
be
to
pretty
do.
rough for you now that you've won Intermediate to not get seeded in Prem if you play.
Just go into a low intel team.
Nah, I reckon you guys would be good. Like, take the step, because I can say with a strong amount of confidence that the quality of TF2 we saw played tonight was definitely above what we saw played at the bottom of Prem this season. You guys, like, just take the plunge. That's not even BM. That's just the way
Yeah.
that it was. You guys played way better than a few of those teams would, mine included, probably. So
Well, I think myself and Skaz have like a fair bit of Prem experience, and we'll be like used to calling. That's probably why.
I think honestly that's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think the team has come really far, and I think the Prem experience really did help with that team. Like we got seeded like 7th or something, dude. That's fucking
Oh yeah,
nutty,
that was
man.
so sad.
Anyways,
Wait, MG, did you expect to see us in the grand finals?
Yeah, I predicted it. Like,
Wait,
you were the
really?
best team we'd been scrimming like the whole
Oh.
season.
Damn.
Like, you'd done the best against us out of every other team in Inter. So, yeah, I thought you would be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive that we performed so well. At the start of the season, I wasn't so sure because like some of the players had played a lot of open, and Skaz hadn't really played Medic before. And,
Guys actually thought we were all open players.
I thought they were
except,
open
like,
players.
and I never was really sure about like Xylife because even though he'd come in intermediate last season, I didn't think he was a great player. But now, like my view of all the players in the team has changed quite a bit.
We're a bunch of boyos. We're a big old family now, and I love them all, even if we came second.
That's gay.
Oi. Yeah, what about it?
We'll probably look to wrap it up there and head to shoutouts. Yeah, we'll start at the top.
Shout out to Optivex for making cool YouTube videos. Shout out to Skaz for really like keeping the team together the entire season and making it a fun experience. And shout out to Thermite and Kenneth and all of Ozfort. Yeah, guys.
I leveled up.
Nice.
We're gonna add now.
Shout out to Ghost, Mirimu, Vanquish, and Silverdox.
Dev.
Shout out to my friends and family who are watching this stream, the ozfortress admin team, and TF Live, and all the individuals who've kept this game alive for so long. Thank you all.
Nice. Mitch.
Shout out to Zeno Discord and my dad if he's watching. And I'm intentionally not shouting out Seraph because he lost a bet and he owes me a pizza.
He asked if he wanted to, if he had to buy you pizza. That was a question I saw in Twitch
he
chat.
does.
All right.
And,
What are you going to order just before we move on?
I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet.
But,
yeah, he tried to blackmail me for a shout out. Said he wouldn't buy me pizza.
Well, now everyone knows he needs to buy you pizza,
Exactly.
so that's well played.
Omni.
The Quick Slide guys, and Eternal, and John the Asian.
Okay, cool. Rem?
Just shout out to Lau and the rest of the sad boys who I left earlier this season. Yeah, you know. Hell yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Skaz.
Shout out to my boys, you know who you are, and my viewers for the stream, despite the fact I haven't streamed like a month. But, you know, they're still there. Thanks. And obviously the team. Fucking lads.
Alright, Snatch or Sayo?
Yeah, shout out to Nexus Pipes and Oz.
Cool. Nexus.
Shout out to Trigger for going so high up in the air.
Nice.
Yeah, to my entire friends list, minus Sage. And that's about it.
Nice. I'm going to shout out Zeno Discord, Wiethoofd on production, TF Live, and ozfortress, and I'll hand over to you, Yauch.
Oh, I get to do the plugs. This is the fun stuff. All right, we'll do it in chronological order because
I just want to shout out Xander real quickly as well.
Oh, yeah.
Rip Xander.
Rip Xander, he did a good job tonight. Even though his mic went cactus, his mic went cactus because he was casting too well into it. So hopefully we'll see him back next season. Nexus, shut the fuck up.
Keep doing it. I think it's like almost flat or something.
What is it, a Tamagotchi? Thank you for muting it. Alright, plugs. Okay, in 7 hours, give or take from now on TFTV, we will see the grand final of ETF 12 Prem, so that is 7 versus Ascent, I assume. That'll be a fat game, so check that one out if you've got a fucked sleep schedule if you're Australian. Next Tuesday, we have the Prem Awards show on this channel. I don't know who's doing anything with that, but be there, it'll be sick. Copenhagen LAN is coming up over Easter as well if you're interested. Yeah, I don't think there's too much left to shout out. Shout out to Asia Fortress LAN is in
it's December 15 and 16, I think, on that one.
Yeah, so, in a couple of weeks from now. So that'll be cool. Yeah, as far as shout outs go, I want to shout out both teams. It's a good map. Xander for not being here when he should be, as in, like, his mic died. He did a way better job than I did tonight, and it's a shame that he's not here. Shout out Chicken, shout out Zeno Discord, and shout out Tay for making me laugh with the Paulson is the new Nexus. Yeah, that'll be it from us for TF Live, because I think that is the end of this season. This was the last match to be played, so thanks everyone for coming out. Hope you enjoyed it all, and we'll see you next year, I'm pretty sure. So, thanks, guys.
What about Summer Cup?